Down River.
Linda Johnson.
Barb Bruce, Peggy Walling, Claudia D.
At this time, can we stand for a pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The minutes for July 9th meeting have gone out previously. Has everyone had a chance to review those?
I have.
May I have a motion to approve the July 9th minutes?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The draft of bills went out previous. The bills this evening are on the table. We still have any time to review those.
I reviewed.
May I have a motion to approve bills and financials?
I'll make a motion to approve bills and financials.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call vote, please. Linda? Yes.
Leon, yes.
Barb, yes. Peggy, yes.
Claudia, if you'd read that back, please.
Okay, the mayor asked for a motion to approve the draft version of the bills. The motion was made by...
The bills presented on the table this evening.
Okay.
The draft previous.
Bills presented this evening as the draft. It was, Barb made the motion to approve. It was seconded by Peggy, and we have a roll call vote. And Leon said yes, Linda said yes, Barb said yes, and Peggy said yes. So the motion was approved.
And then we have an absence of,
Bill and Ed.
we have the water report. You have it in front of you. I'll grab it. If you want the numbers.
The readings have all been good. Low readings or high readings. Mixes are right on schedule. They're not at normal time. I didn't write down today's numbers or the level today.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you that. It was, the tower was at 1.6. City Hall was at 0.6. The level was at 118. That was read early this morning. We had a pretty good turnout. I haven't had the opportunity to give these to Barb yet. It was the survey that went out about the park. So we handed that over to you this evening so you have a chance to review those. If you'd like to share a few things that are marked on it this evening, we'll present it at the next meeting.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot there, so we surely will be getting more in.
Okay.
Okay, this is, yeah, I didn't count them yet, I just included them from the,
Several.
yeah. Okay, at this time, I will open the floor for any public comments. Does anybody have anything they'd like to share?
David Kane. I'm a resident of Belmont, and I have an ordinance book here of Belmont. There's a few things I'm trying to figure out why or how come, and some of this here I'm trying to figure it out. This is an ordinance book, okay, of Belmont.
Is it up to date, sir?
Well, it's an ordinance book of Belmont.
Is it up
Okay.
to date? I'm not aware.
Hey,
that you
listen
have
to
one.
me before you butt in.
Yes, sir.
This is an ordinance book,
We might go ahead and close
okay? Right here, you got your ordinances in it, right? And all your, even in your up-to-date one, should have. What I'm trying to figure out, says Peggy Wally, all voted on this for the ordinances, what I understand. And then this ordinances, we have a fifth wheel sitting over here on a lot. Sitting on a lot over here. This is the ordinances. It cannot be there. Cannot be hooked up. Couldn't even be there to start with. Even the camper before their trailer before that. I think Zoella lived over there. It couldn't even be there because the lot ain't big enough. It can't put one in there, sewer or water. The lot has to be a certain size. It got moved out because they had to open the street because the other street was closed on the railroad. All right? This is the order can't be in there. How'd that first camper, even trailer basically, get in there as Zoella? And then you turn around, they had to move it because they had to open the street. Then all of a sudden there's a fifth wheel gets pulled in there, gets hooked up to sewer and water. Maybe. Peggy Wally says she owns it. Okay? She made a bunch of money off the first one sitting in there. And then all of a sudden we got a fifth wheel sitting in there. Can't even be hooked up. It ain't even supposed to be in there. And I think she made a bunch of money off of that. I think the man sat in there 12 years. He's been there. Well, that's quite a bit of money. They took us to court. This man right here sitting here, you took him to court. Sat in there 4 hours and it was a liar's fest. What the judge called it, the prosecuting attorney and everybody else. A liar's fest. You know what that is? You go in lying. You can, you people are something else. We just cover their ass and hide this, hide that, mix it in with the batter, throw it in there so you can't find it. It's obvious of what yous are doing. We got paperwork that yous can't even.
You read the ordinance.
Pardon me, we're not going to get into open.
And it's the ordinance.
I asked for
Give
the
her a copy of
rest
it.
He couldn't
No,
provide it.
Maybe they'll get that so they can.
Please don't. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you. 4 hours. 4 hours they had me in there.
Are you done?
In there.
It's like this baseball association. I don't know who's over or what's over or care. But there's a man asked me today for $100 donation. Okay, $100 donation. How am I going to write that off of my taxes? Where was the paperwork? Where do you turn it in at? Nobody knows. But somebody's asking for a donation.
Okay, your time is up. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a
for-
timer, an 8 timer.
Okay.
So, why?
Thank you for your time.
You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with this? Been
Are
after it
you-
for 2 years.
Are you
Even
done?
got paperwork from the town and nothing's been done. Money's been made. She's still making money probably.
Mr. King, we gave you your 5 minutes to speak. You had your opinion.
Well, what
You
about the
entitled
tax?
to your
Well, I
opinion.
gotta ask for $100 today.
That is your personal thing that you got asked for $100. I have
Well,
nothing to do with
okay
that.
then, where's the paperwork at when I turned it in for my taxes, for a write-off?
The board is not, I'm not on a recreational board. I'm on the village board. So,
He's a park member right there sitting in the middle.
now, if you would like to.
I understood that you named a specific individual who is a board member and you told them you wouldn't be donating.
All I know is I gotta ask for $100. Can I go out and start asking, stick it in my pocket? Is that what's gonna happen?
That
I want a
needs-
donation.
That needs to
Somebody
be,
100.
on the board?
100 bills.
Somebody that wasn't on the board?
they're not on the village board,
Well, then
no.
why are they asking for a donation?
They were asking for the recreation board.
Yeah.
There's a recreational
Water
board.
bill. Money. I always pay my water bill first and second. I'm not paying the 3%. I just went to my checkbook and wrote the exact same check as what I did the other next. You just take that, throw that off the table. You guys had me up for saying 4 hours. So you can forget about that. I got a right to stand. They had me on the stand. The judge told me it was an abuse of power. When he got done, the judge was highly pissed at this outfit. So what am I gonna do about the 14th, or the, water bill? How come I just, it was postmarked at Brown's on the 8th? Why? Come on, Linda. Come on, man, you gotta answer everything, come on.
When you're done speaking, sir, I will.
Okay, I wanna know
direct
about this,
questions.
okay?
Look out here, you have fun?
When you abuse of power, he said you abused your power, Linda Johnson, and every one of you are a part of this. She abused her power. You had them, all them ordinances that you filed against me, holding them in the air, mad. You think it's funny?
Well, sir, I think that someone had told me that you claimed that there was like 8 or 9 ordinances against you.
No.
You know there were two ordinances.
No, there wasn't.
And unfortunately, there's a couple of more that you probably need to address.
What are you gonna do? You keep listening to no,
Sir,
whistle
you-
dick down there, you're gonna
you,
be handcuffed.
I asked you to back your truck up. You were blocking the sidewalk. That was
What
your
else?
ordinance violation. And then
Don't
after
even try
that,
it. So many people block the
okay,
sidewalk.
we're not
It's
gonna get
funny.
into a hollering match.
No, I wanna be
I
heard.
gave
We
you,
even got a sidewalk here.
There's no rules here.
there was, sir, before you put your gravel over
It
it.
had that high, brought it all up because he said, he said, I see exactly where this is
Mr.
going.
Evelyn, you need to move on. That was a personal
Don't tell me what I
matter.
gotta do,
Yes,
Linda
that's
Johnson.
not
What I wanna do,
Lord.
what I wanna do, I want your resignation, your resignation, and your resignation, and your resignation. You don't stand up. You can't do your job. You need to get out and leave. You can't pick and choose. Like I said, I got a year and 10 months to decide what the hell I'm gonna do. I hope you're happy. He said, you would come after me, you attacked me, Linda.
Your lawyer said that.
No, the
not
judge.
Well, then perhaps I should get the.
Why don't you go get his
But I
papers?
don't
He's got
think
all the
it's
ordinances.
legal.
I didn't make no ordinance up. He had them in his hand. They that, about that thick. He had them in his hand waving them. He said, told Anderson you was drug in the middle of this. Shouldn't have been this. But you went out of your way to cover her ass and got in a mess. That's all I got to say. You know that's the truth. I've never come up here in life one time, Butch.
And sir, you are
Never.
misinformed.
I was got misinformed.
I did not have
You
the
in there in
attorney.
front of the not
All
misinformed.
informed.
This is gonna abate the problems that you're trying to fix up. What everybody do, put the fence around everything, and then, are they still gonna be in trouble?
We are
Are they
still
still
in the
gonna clean it
process.
up?
They've got a pretty blue camper up there, big old car
What?
park, big
We are
old
still in
blue
the
car
process of
park,
trying to-
beautiful on Main
Nothing's been
Street.
cleaned up.
Ain't my car.
But
Several
you took
people
in the
have.
board on his, so what's the difference?
Linda, I don't know what
You
you're
need to
talking about.
fair to
I
people.
Y'all
never.
need to
Fair
do-
to people.
Just
You have
resign.
to do it right.
Just go.
I'm
Just
sorry.
go.
Right, I'm happy you're trying to clean
Here's the
this down
door.
up.
Just
But
go
you
on
are
out,
picking
open
and
this
choosing
door.
who you do it with. That's what
I
I'm
am not
saying.
taking
that.
anyone
Yeah,
to
sure.
Go,
court.
go,
Okay,
go.
Linda?
You do a piss
I
poor
have-
job of
Hey, you want
representing
you to
the town.
resign.
I never misinformed,
Go.
never
You sit up
told
here,
you-
Go.
and the board members, two of
Would you
them,
call the
sitting in the
sheriff's
courtroom.
deputy, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
and you don't know
Call the
nothing
law. I'm
about it.
telling you to leave. I'm asking your resignation, telling you to leave, you're gonna call the law.
Yeah, you really do, because
You're
the way
being
you treat
loud.
people.
Huh?
You're misinforming
You
people.
need to go.
You really do.
Y'all need to go. You can call the law, and I'll just tell them.
facts straight before you
I got
stand
Every
up.
one of y'all.
Back straight, that's
Tell
right,
Butch,
you
I don't
get
know
yours
him
straight
that well.
first.
All of y'all would be ashamed.
I already know that.
You would be ashamed.
Especially
Call the law.
right here.
Y'all,
Right,
and
nobody
go.
else
You
is.
told me to
Your
go.
day is
Now I understand
You
the
can't
area.
go.
You told me to go.
And
And it's shown.
Go. You would be ashamed. Out.
I
You
think
gonna
it
call
will,
law if we want to
Please
go?
call
The
state
law
police.
ain't gonna come. The law won't come down here. Oh, yeah, they-
Thank you so much.
Okay, the floor is now closed.
leave it on.
And
I'll
my
call again if
apologies
there's
for
any
it,
other.
getting out of
You can
hand.
stay on. I mean, you can end the process,
Will the,
if they're
Mr.
available.
King,
What?
I'm asking you to be quiet.
Thank you.
The floor is
Okay,
closed.
bye-bye.
We are gonna conduct our meeting. I'm
Cover your
sorry
mouth.
you're ill.
If you're sick, you don't need to be here.
Yeah.
I'm sick? Who said I'm sick?
You're coughing and you're not
You're coughing,
covering your mouth.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh,
know?
okay, if I fart, you want me to cover it too?
I doubt that you could.
If you're
Let's
sick, you don't need to be
continue
Go
here.
pull your camper out, Peggy.
I
It
don't
can't
have
be
to.
there.
It can be and it is.
Oh, it is? Why? Because the ordinance says it can't be.
Anybody can have a camper.
Linda
parked
said
on
this
the
can't be there.
Yeah,
You've had a camper on your lot
Sir,
before. Did
you
anybody
didn't-
want you to?
It ain't
hook
hooked up either.
Mine isn't either.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is not.
You
He
didn't
said it on the
read the
witness
letter
stand, it
correctly.
still was.
Well, he had just got to town.
Dave, you didn't.
He said on the witness stand, it still was, so you lying again?
So,
I never did.
I will.
Yeah,
Not
he
once.
did. He
No.
did. You want me to play it back for you? I got it.
I was there, David. You weren't there.
Really?
You weren't there. You
Oh,
were sitting
I
out
wasn't
in the hall
sitting out
because
there,
They
was
wouldn't
I?
let you in.
I wasn't sitting out there, was I?
Dave, please.
4 hours.
I'd like you to be quiet so I can continue this meeting.
Wow.
You are not gonna bring your personal problems
Oh, my
into
personal
our board
problems.
meeting.
No, it's
Thank
your
you.
problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, folks, for all that. No old business at this time. Let's see, we got correspondence. Claudia, you have some information on the audit, for small municipalities. Will you share that with the board, please?
Okay, and, we got a telephone call a few days ago, and now a, letter, and our, state senator Terry Bryant and, one of her, colleagues, State Senator Dave Severin, they're from, both from Southern Illinois, and, Terry Bryant is, and she's a lady, she is, asking to co-sponsor the, new legislation to allow small communities to do annual reports instead of doing audits, and it's called Senate Bill 2875, and it's going to be introduced in the next session. And this is something that we wrote letters and made telephone calls about earlier in the year to ask for this to be done. It's not our idea, but it certainly would be helpful. And if you want to speak to Terry Bryant about it, or Dave Severin, they are going to be in Mount Carmel on Wednesday evening, August 21st, between 6 and 7:30 p.m. at Rosati's Pizza. And then earlier in the day, they're at the council room in Albion, between 8:30 and 10 a.m. So that's one thing that's going on, correspondence that we received. Also, I had a telephone call today from a man named Brandon Bello, and he did not tell me the name of the company that he's representing, but he seems to be one of the people that's traveling around town, or else his representatives for solar rooftop. And a couple of people have brought this to my attention, and he's asking about the permit procedure and he's the licensing person, and his headquarters is in Utah, and he wants to know how to get the permit form and how it's submitted. And when I looked into that earlier in the ordinance book, I didn't find the form itself, but I did find some things about that. So we need to address his concern. And I had one other thing I wanted to talk about, and I've already forgotten what it is with all the breakers. So.
Well, maybe we'll come see you yet. Okay, I did bring a copy of the draft of the audit with me this evening. If anyone would like a copy of it so that you can look at it more closer, we're not presenting it to be voted on this evening. We will get our hard copies next month, and Janet has asked to be on the agenda to present that to us so that we can go over the audit. I will tell you that the findings were, they had two findings. One is not stated as a finding, but it's where the water reserve, remember how it became delinquent many years ago, and we've been slowly adding it back up. And so one account is at 11.5, and the other one is at, I believe, at 6,800 now. So we're doing well to get that back up to its point. The findings was the board does not have a treasurer. They said in some fancy words, but basically that's the bottom line. And we need that expertise to take care of our paperwork. And the other one was two appropriations. Hi, Dylan.
Hello.
I'd like to note that Dylan Wood, trustee, has now come to the board meeting. Dylan, we do have the feels that you got the draft, and here are the others. And if you will, take a look at those for us. The bills have been,
Started with that.
already
Started with
approved,
that.
and the minutes have already been approved. I have, motioned or showed that we have a draft for the audit that will be presented next month. At this time, we also have the budget ordinance has been prepared. We all had a draft of the budget and a copy of last year's for you to compare to. Has everyone had a chance to review that? It is budget 2024 to 2025. May I have a motion to pass the budget?
I'll make a motion.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call.
The second was the second.
I think Peggy.
No, she was the first.
Oh, I made the motion.
And then I did roll call, and Linda yes, and Leon yes.
Okay.
And Gillen was okay. Next, we have the EPA loan ordinance. It will be ordinance 2024-03, water tower painting. It is a lengthy ordinance, and it does need to be read by the clerk before we make the decision on voting on that. Sorry, Claudia, and I appreciate you.
Okay. This is ordinance 2024-03, authorizing the Village of Belmont to borrow funds for the public water supply loan program for water tower upgrades. The Village of Belmont ordinance, which I just read, and its title also. Whereas the Village of Belmont, Wabash County, Illinois, is a non-home rule municipality having all of the powers and authority granted to such municipality pursuant to Article 7, Section 7 of the Illinois Constitution of 1970, including the right to exercise any power and perform any function pertaining to its government and affairs, and whereas section devices to the village's existing elevated storage tank, together with any services necessary, useful, or advisable to carry out this repair of the project, all in accordance with the plans and specifications prepared by consulting engineers of the village, which project has a useful life of 30 years. And whereas the estimated cost of construction and installation of the project, including engineering, legal, financial, and other related expenses, is $500,000 and no $100, and thereof, which does not exceed the maximum rate authorized by the Bond Authorization Act as amended, 30 Illinois CS 305/0-01 et sequi, at the time of the issuance of the loan, and whereas the principal and interest payment shall be payable semi-annually, and the loan shall mature in 20 years, which is within the period of useful life of the project, and whereas the costs are expected to be paid with a loan to the village from the public water supply loan program through the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency. The loan to be repaid from revenue generated from its current rate structure, and including certain terms and conditions between the village and the IEPA, called the loan agreement, and now therefore it established by the corporate authorities of the Village of Belmont, Wabash County, Illinois, as follows. Section 1, Incorporation Preambles. The corporate authorities hereby find that the recitals contained in the preambles are true and correct, and incorporate them into this ordinance by this reference. Section 2, Determination to borrow funds. It is necessary and in the best interest of the village to construct the project for the public health, safety, and welfare, in accordance with the plans and specification agreement. Section 8, Outstanding bonds. The village has outstanding bonds payable from revenues of the system, which are senior to the loan authorized by this ordinance, and the village establishes an account, coverage, and reserves equivalent to the account, coverage, and reserve as the senior lien holders accordance with 35 Illinois Administrative Code 662.5350. Section 9, authorization of president to execute the loan agreement. The corporate authorities authorize the village president, as attested by the village clerk, to execute the loan agreement. Here's Exhibit A. Notice of intent to borrow funds and right to file petition. Notice is hereby given that pursuant to the ordinance number 2024-03, adopted on August 13th, 2024, the Village of Belmont, Wabash County, Illinois, the village, intends to enter into a loan agreement with the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $500,000 and bearing annual interest at an amount not to exceed the maximum rate authorized by law at the time of execution of the loan agreement for the purpose of paying the cost of certain improvements to the public water supply system of the village. A complete copy of the ordinance accompanies this notice. Notice is hereby further given that if a petition signed by 15 or more electors of the village,
And that does show that we are, excluded from the public view of that. It's a technicality that we have to put down. And remember that we are using the, Tracy Swanson's our engineering that is processing the, lead painting of the category. Any questions about the borrowing ordinance? I don't.
Excuse me. There's a lot of information there.
Yes.
Did I hear correctly that the way that's going to get paid back is based off of our current rate? Is that what I heard?
No, we had to raise our rates to, be able to apply for the water system replacement that is going up to.
Because that's what I thought she said. I just want to make sure that I heard correctly.
Yeah, we don't plan to increase rates more,
Right.
just be able to pay this loan.
Right.
That's,
Yeah, that answered, yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I heard correctly
Yes.
what she
Yes.
said, because I was trying to comprehend all of it at once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not anticipating having
It's a
to
really
raise
tricky
just for
payment.
this loan.
Yeah.
But one reason is because we don't have as many people here in town.
Right.
Right.
You know,
And
10
what
years from
happens?
now, if we have even less,
Who
you
knows?
know, we'll deal with that when that time comes.
Right.
But right now, we're in place of this, to move forward.
We're standing on our tiptoes to protect the water and the sewage,
Right?
because it's very important entities here in this town.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Yeah, that answered my question.
Okay. I have a motion to, pass the ordinance for the borrowing of funds from public water, tower payment rate.
I'll make a motion.
I will second. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Leon, yes?
Linda, yes.
Barb, yes.
Peggy Walling, yes.
Dylan, yes.
Nope, can't vote.
At this time then, Claudia, if
You
you'll.
cannot vote.
You will read back.
Doesn't matter. They win anyway,
They
even
don't
if I
make a
say no.
difference.
You'll read back.
Okay, take my vote out. You all still get it passed.
You can vote.
Now,
I announced.
I'm not gonna argue with him.
At the beginning of the meeting, I
Pointless.
announced that you were running late.
Yes, and I notified the board that I got stuck at work.
So,
Don't make a difference.
and so then,
Well, the motion passed anyway, so
Okay,
take
so-
my vote out and let him have
so
his
we'll
way.
see it.
I don't care. I'm not gonna argue, I'm not in the mood. It's ridiculous every month.
Thank you, sir.
If you wanna help out,
Okay,
come up
and-
here and help. Otherwise,
Hey, I've
leave
been
it
looking
alone.
for an opening. You're
And
going
then,
to see it.
Come on. I'm
The mayor-
nominating.
The mayor asked for a motion
Every-
to approve the ordinance, and the motion was made
Thank
by
you.
Leon, and it was seconded by Linda. Mayor asked for a roll call vote, and Linda voted aye, Leon voted aye, Peggy voted aye, Barb voted aye, and Dylan voted aye.
No, Dylan can't be in there, aye.
And then,
You are that.
I don't care, it can't be in there.
He also.
You see what we have to put up with every
Okay,
meeting?
can I just make one statement? Please,
Yes, sir.
this is getting ridiculous, okay?
What is?
Hold on. Whether I'm here or not, we got 4 yeses.
Yeah,
So my vote don't matter anyway, even if I vote no, or if I'm not
shouldn't
here.
even vote it anyway.
It-
Then sit there and be quiet.
That's
You
a
can
good
go home.
idea.
Good idea.
You sit there and be quiet, not vote.
Yeah, sit there and be quiet, and I'll sit here and be quiet.
Okay, at this
Well, don't be
time,
breaking the rules.
I'm not breaking rules.
You voted.
at
I
this
didn't
time-
know I wasn't supposed to. They said I could. I said take it out.
You can't.
It still
You come
wins.
in late.
Don't matter. Take it out.
He
It's
can
fine.
come in, he can vote.
You show me in the law that I can't show up late if I notify them first, and we have a quorum, and I can come in afterwards.
Okay.
You show me.
and,
Otherwise, leave me out of it.
I can find it.
Find it.
and,
Show me. I'm over this.
I say he couldn't even read the letter that he tried to read.
I know. I'm over it.
Okay, at this time then, that has passed, and I'd like to, ask for a motion to go into closed session to discuss possible litigation. Do I have a motion to go into closed session?
Motion to go into closed session.
Do I have a second?
I will second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye. I'm
And note
going.
the time, please, and stop your recording.
7:42.
Thank you.
No, I'm sorry, 7:37.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir.
Invite the deputy for a closed session.
Invite him to it.
Well, I just wanted to, you thought you should talk to the deputy.
Yeah,
while
I'm
he's
sorry.
here.
And Deputy, what is your name, please? Deputy
Well,
Johnson.
he can stay until this meeting is over.
Do you mind staying until the meeting is over? We shouldn't be in closed session very long, and then we'll be back out to, continue our meeting. I am thankful that it is calmer now that you are here. It did get rowdy, and it wasn't, I tried to ask the audience to calm down, sit down, or leave, and they just got louder. So I felt like we were, probably in a little bit of jeopardy there. I appreciate your presence. Okay.
It's on video if you want to review it, but they were demanding that we leave and
You want your resignation.
Sit out and
and they were standing up and pointing us
coming
out
to
the door.
the table and stuff. I do appreciate it. And we'll be back shortly. Leon, do you feel like going out? I could ask folks to leave so that we can have the meeting, the closed session.
No, that's all right.
Okay, all right.
What a deal, bud. You get 80 years old, things will move like a short.
I took my water back there. I'll trade you.
The water.
And your name, sir? Okay, what they call you in for? See, is that Ruley? Yeah, just, because they asked for their resignation.
Claudia, are you ready?
So we'll get him to hang on. Yep, we're going again.
Okay. August 13th, Board of Belmont, regular meeting, reconvene after closed session. The time is
7:54.
roll call, please.
Leon River.
Linda Johnson,
Barb Bruce, E. Walling.
Dylan Woods.
Claudia Dan Clark.
thank you. The board went into closed session to discuss possible litigation. Do I have a motion or informative information on how to move forward with this discussion?
I make a motion that we table the litigation at this time.
I'm
So
sorry,
we can
I didn't
find more information. Pardon me, Peggy.
So we have a first and a second to table. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And Barb was the second?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to go ahead around the table for any more information that would like to be shared this evening of the happenings. I do want to share that Chris has been doing quite a bit keeping up with things. He has had to use Ryan Hall for some weed eating. Just about every week this summer, he's been getting a little bit of work there, but they have been doing a good job maintaining the culverts and ditches. Planned to be start in September, first week of September, and the chip and seal will be following after that. I think the 21st or 23rd, is that right, Leon?
Yes, it is.
Leon has a list of the ditches and culverts that are going to be processed. The list is kind of sloppy and it's in my handwriting. I'm getting an official letter coming back from Swanson that'll give it in more detail, and I'll get a copy of all that to you all. This has been passed back when the emergency resolution was passed months ago. And the water meters read around the 17th, 18th. They get processed and given to, so far Claudia and I have been folding and doing that. When we have a full-time treasurer, we will pass that duty on to them, but at this time we're still helping process that. And they usually get out by the 25th, 27th, and I was just informed the other day that Belmont will no longer be able to go directly from the window to the box. So that means these water bills will be going out to St. Louis. And so that's going to be a bigger delay yet for those water bills. We will see how it goes the first couple of months, and at that time we might have to discuss how we're going to handle that. So at this point, water bills are still due on the 10th. So just a heads up on that. We don't know how much it will be a problem for us yet or not, but we'll still get our bills out timely like we do. Okay.
Did you already do the budget and pass it? Okay.
So I'll have the old and the new and the used, and did you have it in your records, and would you like to read it back to us?
Barb made the motion to pass the budget as distributed, and Peggy seconded it. Dylan was absent, Leon said yes, Linda said yes, and Peggy and Barb said yes. Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to be sure we didn't miss that.
All righty. Okay, we did find a sinkhole in the park, and it took us a while to kind of figure out what that was. Moody came out and looked at it, and
Who was that?
Steve Moody, and we realized that it had nothing to do with our plumbing. It wasn't anywhere near our lines, sewer or water. Did a really dig and all out there, and I think that a couple of residents had come up with the thought that it was a zip line that used to be here many years ago, way before my time. I guess back in the day, the Belmont used to have the fair here, the Walter's Time Fair in Belmont. So, Chris has pulled up that concrete. There's quite a bit of concrete under there that he has pulled up, and he does have dirt that is given to us that we'll cover it back up with. So I do know that at the park. What else do you have? Do you have anything you would like to share?
We're going to go on the baseball field. The next meeting, everyone is invited to attend, is August 22nd at 6 o'clock at the Shelter House.
Give me that date again.
August 22nd.
Okay.
Leon, I think I pretty well took yours.
You did that.
Talking about the road. Okay.
And I would like to put on record that the board members are Jerry Rigg, Brad Jenkins, Damon Sloss, Dylan Woods, and Mark Short.
Good group.
Very good group. They all played ball here. You played ball here, but you played ball elsewhere, so you have the experience.
Good group.
Yes, very good group.
And what's the proper name of the group?
The Belmont Area Recreational League.
What's the tax number on that?
And, I suppose you could contact the board member or not. Do we have any appointments of new trustees this evening?
I'd like to nominate Bill and Dave. That way we can nip this stuff in the bud. Bill, Ray, I'm more than happy to nominate both of you to hop up here and help us out. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
I don't wanna be up there and be corrupt.
You just said that nobody will let you. I want you up here. I do. I'm not
do it
corrupt.
now, cause yours are corrupt.
Hold on, am I corrupt?
Yeah?
How?
What'd you say on the phone?
What did I say on
The
the,
judge has got it in front of him.
what did I say on the
Like
phone?
making Facebook posts about Sliver Spoy as an individual.
3 people in here, slivers boys.
Okay, it appears to me that we have no.
I ain't talking to nobody.
We have no one
You
that
got
wants
two
to
openings?
come
I'll
on
take
board.
one.
There we go.
Yeah, vote on it. Go ahead.
So, let's have the
yes?
next meeting date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill?
I'm sorry, pardon?
Bill is accepting.
Bill is accepting.
Yep.
Bill Evelyn,
Yes, Bill Edmund.
okay, I can.
Do it, stuff like that. I may not be able to do it. I'm just telling you that you can't do it. And, here before too long, I will write up a letter of resignation. And if Bill Evans wants to do this, then he's willing to do it. No, I'm getting, I just can't do it. I
Okay.
just can't, and I hate that for you. And, I'm just telling you, you know how I feel about you. And,
Okay, at this time then I'll have the, also, nomination of Bill Evelyn to become a board trustee and have that go around the table for a vote. I will begin. My vote is no.
No. No.
Yes.
yes.
Majority wins here. So, would you go ahead and, document and read that back to us, Ms. Claudia?
Okay.
What?
Dylan Woods nominated Bill Evelyn to become a trustee on the board, and Bill accepted. The Mayor Linda Johnson asked for a vote. Dylan Woods said yes. Leon Raber said yes. Linda Johnson said no. Barb said no, and Peggy Welling said no.
Thank you. We have a next meeting date. Would be the second Tuesday of September. Someone know that date? Let's look in the calendar. It's on August 20th. It hasn't gotten back on the wall.
Rat pockets.
I don't have it here either. I'll go, do you have a room or?
and Chris has been after me about getting a calendar for the desk. I can't find them at Walmart, you know, the big calendar that's.
I got a calendar, I mean, a candy bar, but no, no calendar.
It is the second Tuesday of the month. Does anybody have a problem with that? Is it 6:30 PM? Okay, then may I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Time, Claudia?
8:06.
I still want your resignations though.
So,
Me too. The meeting's
We all
over.
want your resignations for being corrupt.
Yeah, the meeting's over, so we can talk.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you could go ahead and exit the building
Yeah.
now, so I can
That's
clean
my
up.
building.
I want to clean up the building now. Thank you.
You need to resign.
I'm sorry, who was second?
You need to resign.
Barb, you were the
I
second.
think I was second.
Okay.
Sit here and act like you didn't do nothing wrong.
Ask for your resignation, you told all. Each damn thing I ever say.
Okay, and thank you. And thank you.
And none of them we're voting on.
Like they ran out of the courthouse, they wanna run out of here.
There's Linda, take this one guy
They ran
home.
out of there.
Bless his heart. Oh, it is.
Don't give me a first, Rick.
Are you gonna send me any more paperwork now?